Hey guys, Stock Sniper Mike, and I'm back again with a 2-minute drill, here to give you guys 2 minutes of one crazy week of trading. The last week of May trading is here, and the stock market has had another green week. The Dow Jones, which started this week at 24,400, gained another 1,000 points this week, closing above 25,000 at 25,300 area. Also, the SPY finally raised above $300, getting above that mark for the first time since March 5th, and getting a very nice bounce from the $218 lows that it had this year. And this has happened after the economy has reopened. The long-awaited reopening of America has finally started, as places like the New York Stock Exchange is open, and beaches right down the street in South Florida are finally back open. But both of those places looking slightly different, with more requirements, as in face masks and counter glasses to avoid the coronavirus spreading. But let's start this week off back where we left it on Friday, in the cannabis sector. Last week, if you logged in and you were with us, you got advantage on this trading week, because we talked about the cannabis sector and how it could possibly be heating up, and that's exactly what happened. We got a nice spark in the cannabis sector, as 4 out of 5 buys this week were from the cannabis sector, and 3 of the wins, all 3 wins from this week, came from cannabis stocks. Now let's dive right in. Monday, we start where we left off, with cannabis OTC penny stock, MRMD. We bought the stock late Friday at 23 cents, looking for it to gap up and get a morning push. And it did. But that push was not as strong as we thought, and it was short-lived. The stock moved all the way, making new high days to 28, and we wanted more. We were up about 20% there, and definitely could have grabbed the bag, but we thought it would get a bigger push as the rest of the cannabis sector started to move up. Unfortunately, this one unfolded and started to come back down, and we had to sell it at the 24-cent area, still getting a gain and still making $170 and 5% on our money. But a key thing to notice about that trade is adapting to the plan and changing and calling an audible when you need to. The stock we thought was going to go a lot farther, but since it didn't, we sold it and we still took the money, moving on to another stock. And Tuesday, May 26th, we found one. We actually found 2. This one was like taking a walk down memory lane, like MJ's Last Dance on SportsCenter. We bought 2 OTC cannabis stocks that we've been watching for about 7 years now. These stocks have started the cannabis sector way back in 2013. This is OTC penny stock MJNA and OTC penny stock HEMP, hemp. I mean, think about the ticker, MJNA and HEMP. 2 of the best names you could have in the cannabis sector, so you know they had to get in there early. And they did. But we didn't buy them just because we know about them and we like their name. It's not about that. They lined up to a sniper pattern. Both of them lined up to 2 of our favorite OTC patterns. We're going to start off with OTC penny stock MJNA. We bought them as they were making a new multi-month high. Now this means the stock is breaking a new month spot that it never broke before in 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year in the past. The farther, the better. Now, as the stock was breaking a 3-month/6 month high, it also had news that morning. It had news that it partnered with NBA's Baltimore Bullet / New York Knicks veteran, Earl the Pearl Monroe, who recently beat prostate cancer, promoting a better lifestyle. So with the news and it breaking out of the multi-month high, we decided to buy it late at the end of Tuesday. We bought the stock at 0.0307, looking for the morning push / gap up the next day. The other OTC stock we're talking about is a sub penny. This is OTC sub penny hemp, HEMP. They also came out with news, and they were also breaking a 1-month high area at the end of the day. We liked the fact that it was breaking that 0.0075 1-month high and holding into close. So we decided to buy right at that spot at 0.0075, looking for a morning push and gap up as well, just like MJ. And Wednesday morning, we got that. We woke up to not 1, but 2 morning cannabis bags. We got love from the old OTC cannabis friends, as they both showed love, getting morning pushes to start the day. We started off by selling our MJNA shares, where it started at 0.0307, we sold at 0.032 for a nice 5.6 profit and $170. Next was hemp, and we got the push we wanted. We thought we were going to get a little more, but it did get a nice push, and we were able to sell our 0.0075 shares at 0.0086 for 11.9% on our money, and $230. In total, we added up $400 on the 2 OTC cannabis stocks in the first 20 minutes of trading. And what else could you ask for? You don't have to keep going. That's 17% on your money overnight when you add up the 2 stocks. But the snipers do not stop, and we kept the finger on the trigger. Later that day, we found a brand new OTC penny stock that is cannabis and beer related. This is an interesting one because it's fairly new and it's also breaking out of multi-month highs of 0.0302. We like the way that it's breaking those 0.0302 highs at the end of the day, so we decided to buy it, looking for a morning push / gap up. Unfortunately, we were a little early on this one, and it took a late day dip, getting us a little nervous, but we stuck to that cut at 0.025 and it held, and it gave us a bounce going into Thursday. On Thursday, it started up with a gap up, and what we were looking for was a mini push from there. Unfortunately, right away, sellers came in and pushed it right down to 0.03. So we decided to get out and cut losses because number one rule in this game, the number one rule is cutting losses. Unfortunately, this is one of those ones you don't want to look at later. It bites you in the ass, but it's okay. You always want to stick to that rule. Even though we cut our losses at 0.031, the stock ended up rebounding. And it actually rebounded very hard, going all the way to 0.0899. That is 300% on your money from our buy alert on Wednesday evening. 300%. That means if you put 2,000, you just made 6,000 back. If you put 3,000, you got 9,000. If you put 500, you got 1,500. You could do the math. You don't have to have a lot of money to make money in this game. You just have to find the right stock. As much as this one hurt us, it is okay. Because it's all about learning from your losses and seeing what you did wrong. And we're alright because with 16,000 more stocks in the game, we know there's going to be another opportunity. And Thursday afternoon, after all the heat that happened in the cannabis sector, it finally started to cool off. So we headed in another direction, deciding to buy OTC penny stock TRNX, as it had follow-up green days after a first green day pattern. So we decided to buy this OTC penny stock pattern TRNX at 0.088 at the end of the day, looking forward to continue on the Friday and make that gap up / morning push. Unfortunately, it didn't, but we stuck to the plan and we cut at 0.087 for a small loss, and it didn't go our way. But we did stick to the number one rule of cutting losses. That same day, listed cannabis stock CBC came out with their earnings, and it did not go well. Stock unfortunately did not beat earnings, and it fell, dropping 20% to start the day and cooling off that cannabis sector that heated up the past 2 weeks. So with nothing out there, we stayed patient to close the week out. And we cannot stress enough that patience is the hardest but most rewarding thing in this game. With all our cash in hand, we'll be ready for whatever comes at us next. The coronavirus is still here, and it looks like that second momentum is not going anywhere. More stores opening, more bars reopening. We're excited to see how the market reacts, and if it continues to make that U or V shape that they're talking about all over TV. Whatever happens, the snipers will be ready, and we won't react to the news, but we'll react to the price action. If you don't follow us on social media, make sure to check us out. We're posting daily tips on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also go check out our Profit League. Here we post all our stats, every single one of our wins, losses, everything you need to know about our trading journey is there on profit.ly. That's profit.ly under the stock section. You can see the whole journey from $500 all the way up to that $105,000 mark. Also, if you haven't heard about the team, we got a website and we got a community of traders. Everybody's in the same goal of getting rich together. Check us out down at www.thestocksnipers.com. It's an amazing community. We got people starting with $10,000, $20,000, $500, $1,000. So don't feel left out. You're going to be welcome there. Check us out. We'd love to have you on the team. Also, if you haven't subscribed below, subscribe to our YouTube channel below. Click that button. We're coming out with daily tips. It's not just me, Stock Sniper Mike. Stock Sniper Nick comes out with a Tuesday video. And Stock Sniper Alex is always coming out with daily tips. So go check us out. Click on the link below. Show some love. Drop some comments. Alright guys, another great week in the books. Stock Sniper Mike out. Let's go. There's the bell.